Greetings, this is Jazz for Jazz Reviews, clocking in with this week's The Top 5 Criminally Short Video Games. Throw away wonderful exceptions like Valve's award-winning Portal. It's pretty damn short, but we can definitely consider quality versus gameplay time, especially with a reduced price tag. No, we're counting big, full retail priced games that may not have been the shortest titles in creation, but what they were was criminally shorter than what they should have been. These games are on the shit list.
Come on, man.
Kicking off at number 5. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2. The sequel was supposed to recognize the misdirections of the first. But in return, gamers were treated to a sterile case of recycling seemingly cool features over and over and over again. It's the same boss battles and enemy types that are served throughout the game, and all with an unhealthy serving of shoehorned quicktime events. With a repetitive stream of lightsaber mashing and dumbed-down force powers. Becoming a Jedi Master may not have been as exciting as it was massively disappointing, with a storyline that ended just when it started to feel like it was going somewhere.
Abandoned ship! Abandoned ship!
Sure, the visual effects were enough to make any fan's lightsaber grow, but at the end of just 4 hours of gameplay, any promise of greatness was swiftly deflated. You could even say the experience left a bad taste in the mouth. At number 4, back to the prehistoric days of the N64. Yoshi's Story. Anticipated as the next big successor to Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Story is a tale of nursery-styled platforming that fell flat in its face. Baby Bowser has stolen the Super Happy Tree, leaving the gang of little Yoshis utterly depressed in a game that received some poor reviews. But the world is so happy in its kid-like storybook of pop-up colors and Yoshis. On the surface, at least. Yoshi seems to be weaponizing defenseless, unborn Yoshi eggs in a sacrificial attempt to eat as much fruit as possible. And when the 30 pieces of fruit are consumed, you're on to the next level. There are 24 levels in the game, but only 6 of them are available for any one playthrough. That's 1 hour of gameplay. Of course, you could go back to save the antidepressant tree of happiness all over again, but it just isn't much fun. But at least Yoshi didn't have to lug around Baby Mario this time. I do think the music would have finally have tipped him off the edge. At number 3, military shooters typically have very short campaigns. Now, we won't name any names. Pfft, fuck it. Call of Duty Ghosts.
Hold on, boys!
You may find Ghosts is the shortest campaign yet, punching in somewhere between the 4 to 5 hour mark. Aside from blowing everything up in all kinds of interesting ways. There was nothing to pull back fatigued customers for next gen. Not even the all-fabled Amazing Riley dub. It strives to weld a compelling father-son narrative to a frenzy of massive explosions in space. With the exception to some pretty effects, the engine is very much the same as before. The storyline seems all too forced and extremely predictable, not something to turn any heads towards the tiny campaign. In fact, the Call of Duty campaigns are a fine example of why a game could be sold as multiplayer only.
I'm sorry, Mosley.
Getting very close now at number 2. A total goat fuck by any standard. Rogue Warrior. Voiced by Mickey Rourke.
It's a total goat fuck.
Dick Masenko has lost his entire skeleton crew, which are completely brain damaged to the tragic release of a Korean grenade. From that point onwards, the rest of the campaign has Billy Mays
here for Mighty Mendit!
prancing around Soviet Russia in the mission of destroying nuclear warheads, whilst dropping as many F-bombs as physically possible.
Drop dead, motherfucker, you fucking amateurs.
The game was visually stunning. Stunning in the sense that you may have been shocked to see that this was a product of the Xbox 360 and PS3. It could easily have passed as an end-cycle PlayStation 2 game. Shooting, hit detection, and stealth mechanics were abysmal, with animations as stiff as the brain-dead enemy AI. But the worst thing was the fact that these jokers were asking full retail price for a criminal waste of development that lasted just over 2 hours.
Rock and roll, motherfuckers, rock and roll.
And finally at number 1. The game with so much post-FX and camera filters, you will miss enemy headshots completely because you can't see the screen.
They're so fucking happy, they're going blind.
Kane and Lynch 2.
Welcome to Shanghai.
Fought through the back alleys of a gritty Shanghai.
Good to see you.
Kane and Lynch find themselves in a hellish situation of god-awful AI and nutty Chinamen.
What just happened? Did he just...
Enemies will patiently wait to be flanked and blown up in the face. Or alternatively, suicide charge your position.
Damn it!
The guns sound like toys, character models look like plastic, and the shotguns are more accurate than assault rifles. The cover mechanics are poorly done, level design hardly ever changes, and the most memorable moment has stayed with me for all these years, forever scarred on my brain. The game was 3 to 4 hours long, and the ending has broken records for the most putrid, anticlimactic ending in video games. I then kinda half expected a scene with the two melon heads sipping cocktails at a deserted tropical island.
Fuck yourself, Kane. Fuck off home. That's what you want.
But no, there's nothing. That is the absolute end. And you only got to see that if the game's moronic shaky chase cam hadn't made you spew your guts up just before.
Fucking dogs!
This has been Jazz for Jazz Reviews with the top 5 criminally short video games. There were other contenders like Dark Castle that could have made this list, but these titles strike me as the most pathetically short excuses for single players, and all charged for at full retail price.
Whoa!
I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to follow me all you want on Twitter, which can be found in the description below. For more top 5 lists, subscribe now, you won't regret it. But until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.